There is a rumor spreading like wildfire across social media. A headline that has everyone in the southeast and indeed all over Nigeria talking. You might have seen it popping up on your timeline. Good news for Nnamdi Kanu, released soon. It is the kind of headline that brings immediate hope to millions who have been waiting for the return of the IPOB leader. But today, we need to sit down and look at the truth behind the hype. We need to separate the wishful thinking from the cold, hard reality on the ground as of today, Tuesday, February 3, 2026. We are diving into this because the atmosphere in the southeast is charged. Just yesterday, Monday, February 2, we witnessed a massive sit-at-home that shut down major economic hubs like Onitsha in solidarity with Nnamdi Kanu. This renewed show of loyalty has birthed new conversations about his release. But is the government actually preparing to let him go? Or is this headline just another mirage in the desert? To understand where we are, we have to look at what just happened in the courtroom barely a week ago. On Tuesday, January 27, 2026, Nnamdi Kanu was back in the news, but it wasn't the good news many were hoping for. He was before the Federal High Court in Abuja seeking a transfer. Remember, since his conviction in November 2025, he has been held at the Sokoto Correctional Facility, far away from his family and his legal team in Abuja. He wanted to be moved closer, maybe to Kuje or Suleja, to make his appeal process easier. But here is the shocker. The court, led by Justice James Omotosho, struck out that motion. The judge said there was no proof that the government had been properly served with the notice. And to make matters worse, Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer from the Legal Aid Council, Demdu Asan, actually withdrew from the case right there in court. He told the judge that Nnamdi Kanu was dictating the proceedings and refusing to follow legal advice. When your own lawyer walks away in the middle of a battle, you know the situation is critical. So, where does the good news come from? It seems to be stemming from the street verdict we saw yesterday. The overwhelming compliance with the sit-at-home order on February 2 was a loud message to Governor Soludo and the federal government that despite the life imprisonment sentence, Nnamdi Kanu still holds the key to peace in the region. Political analysts are now whispering that this successful lockdown might force the hand of President Tinubu to consider a political solution rather than a legal one. The argument is simple. You can keep the man in Sokoto prison, but you cannot imprison the ideology or the loyalty of the people. There are unconfirmed reports and high-level speculations that some Southeast governors are frantically engaging with Abuja behind closed doors. They are allegedly telling the presidency, look, we tried force, we tried the courts, but the people listened to Nnamdi Kanu yesterday, not us. We need to release him to restore normalcy. This is the good news people are clinging to. They hope that the undeniable reality of Nnamdi Kanu's influence will compel a diplomatic release, similar to how Sunday Igboho was eventually handled. However, we must be careful. As of this morning, there is no official statement from the presidency or the Ministry of Justice confirming his release. The man is still in Sokoto. The court ruling stands. The release is currently a political possibility, not a legal certainty. I want to pause here and ask you, the viewer, because your opinion matters in this conversation. Do you think the federal government will listen to the message sent by the empty streets of Onitsha and release Nnamdi Kanu politically, or do you think they will double down and keep him in Sokoto regardless of the consequences? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one of them. And please, if you want to keep getting the real facts without the sugarcoating, do me a massive favor and click that like button right now. It helps this video reach more people who need to know the truth. And if you are not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you are the first to know if this good news becomes reality. Welcome back. Let's talk about the political solution everyone is clamoring for. Kenneth Okonkwo and other prominent voices have been shouting this from the rooftops. They are saying that the judiciary has finished their job, but the executive arm still has the power of prerogative of mercy. This is where the hope lies. The Constitution allows the president to pardon or release anyone. But there's a new twist. The renewed clash between IPOB and Governor Soludo might actually complicate things. Governor Soludo is angry. He feels undermined. If the state governors in the region feel that releasing Nnamdi Kanu will make them look weak, they might actually lobby against his release behind the scenes. It's a game of power. Who runs the Southeast? The governors in the government house or the man in the Sokoto prison cell? Also, remember that IPOB spokesperson Emma Powerful released a statement just days ago saying that the sit-at-home was a solidarity strike. They are not begging anymore, they are demanding. History tells us that the Nigerian government rarely responds well to demands. They prefer negotiations. So, while the headline says released soon, a better headline might be the pressure for release is building. The ball is now in President Tinubu's court. Will he choose the path of peace and release Nnamdi Kanu to end the sit-at-home menace once and for all, or will he stick to the court judgment? One thing is certain. The events of February 2026 have proven that this story is far from over. Nnamdi Kanu might be in a cell, but his presence is felt in every market, every school, and every street in the Southeast. We will keep our ears to the ground. If there's even a whisper of a release order, you will hear it here first.